What is poppin' YouTube? It's your girl Bo J, and I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about how I ran into the back of an 18-wheeler truck and I cut my face wide open. So if you're interested in hearing the details about that, keep watching. Okay, so boom. I'm about 7 or 8 around this time, and I had just got this bike for my birthday. And all of my friends were excited that I finally had a bike because I guess they were tired of me riding on their handlebars or on their pegs on the back of their bikes. So we all meet up at the park and we're like, let's play cops and robbers. And I'm like, okay, but I'm going to be the robber, period. Because can't nobody do crime like me. No, I'm just playing. But I wanted to be the robber because I knew they weren't able to catch me, honey. Y'all wasn't able to catch me on foot. Now I got some wheels. You're not going to catch me. So it was like, okay, you can be the robber. So there's 4 of us. I'm one robber. There's 3 cops. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get this party on the road. Y'all ready? They was like, yes. So we take off. And I don't know how to really explain the way the apartment complex was set up. Rail for this crime was to go all the way down the street, to circle up by the office and past the pool to come back to my house, because my house was my safe zone. That's how I know that I got away from the cops, right? So I'm pedaling and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cut through the townhomes so I can get to my safe spot quicker. Now, I lived in Hunterwood, and if you're from Houston, from the east side, you know what Hunterwood is. Hunterwood was the spot, baby. It was the place where the trail connects to PT, which is Pine Trails. I lived over there too. It was lit 24/7. There was never a dull moment in Hunterwood apartments. They call it something else now, but real folks, real OGs know it's called Hunterwood, period. So I cut through these townhomes and I keep turning around because I'm trying to make sure that the cops are not behind me. I turn around one last good time, y'all, and it was a wrap. So I look back because I heard them cutting through the townhomes, and I felt like they were close to me. So I look back, and when I turn back forward, there is a huge 18-wheeler truck parked in the townhome complex. Jesus, take the wheel at that point. Because there was nothing that I could do. I could not swerve to miss it. I could not do nothing. And it wasn't the trailer attached to... I didn't run into the trailer that's attached to the 18-wheeler truck. I ran into the 18-wheeler truck. It did not have an attachment or a bed on it at all. So when I ran into this truck, my bike got caught between its wheels. And it projected me off the bike. And when I flew, there's this metal part that covered up the tires. When I flew, I tumbled, but I somehow ended up on my feet. I don't know. I felt like I was in gymnastics or something. By this time, all of my friends are there and they just seen what happened. So everybody is like shocked. No one is saying anything. They're just staring at me and they're looking at me like I'm the boogeyman. And I'm like, what? I don't know why I did not feel my face cut open, but I didn't. I didn't feel my face cut open. I knew that my face was cut open when I saw something red falling, and that was my blood. I was standing in a pool of my blood, and it was all over my shirt. So I instantly start screaming. I'm like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. And my friends are trying to calm me down, and they don't want me to go home. I guess they thought they were going to get in trouble. But baby, are you a doctor? Where'd you gonna fix this? Neosporin and a couple of band-aids was not gonna cut it, shorty. I needed medical attention. So I ran to the house, and usually when we're playing outside, we use the back door to get in and out the house. Who locked me out the house? Who? Somebody locked me out the house. So now I'm standing outside, banging on the door, gonna pass out because I'm losing so much blood and I'm trying to gather up the strength. You feel me? So my mom opens the door and she sees my face hanging open and she goes crazy to the point where my sisters run to the door. They probably thought I got jumped or something. So they run into the door. They see my face and they start going crazy. My baby sister starts crying. It was just so much going on. So I'm standing in the kitchen and my face is just dripping blood, like dripping blood. So my mom runs to the back of the room to get me a blue, I'll never forget, because this was so traumatizing. She got me a blue large towel. It's the drying off towel, a blue large drying off towel. And she stuck it to my face and like tried to push my skin back up and stuck it to my face. We got in the car. She took me off to East Houston. And we sat there for like an hour. We were in the waiting room for like, the emergency room for like an hour. And I was like, I'm going to die here. I just know I am. No one is coming to check on me. I'm losing all this blood. Like, I'm cold. I want to go to sleep. But I can't go to sleep because I might have a concussion. It was just... So they finally take me to the back so I can get some assistance. And I remember sitting there like just freezing cold. And my mom was sitting next to me. She was holding my hand. She was like, it's okay. The doctor's about to come in soon. And I'm like, okay. I can't really talk because like half my face is off, Ma. So, yeah. But I remember the doctor came by. He was like, you're going to need stitches. I was like, stitches? What are those? I didn't know what stitches were. Like, I've never broken a bone. Praise God. None of that. The only time that I had like major surgeries was my wisdom teeth. I had to get stitches for that. Because my other surgery, I didn't have to get any stitches because it was a laser. So, yeah. I was like, okay, I got to get stitches. Me not knowing what that was, anything that I saw in the hospital that was painful correlated to stitches. So there was a lady in the bed next to me because I wasn't admitted to the hospital. They just had beds in the back where they assist people who weren't really, I guess, serious conditions to where they needed to be hospitalized. There was a lady next to me who dislocated her hip. And that same doctor who came back over there and told me I needed stitches, I saw him go next because they didn't close her curtain and jump on her bed, and he grabbed her leg and he twisted it and popped it, and the lady screamed. And in that moment, I just knew that he was about to come and do that to my face. I just knew. I started screaming for her. I was panicking. I was like, no, Mama, please don't let them do that to my face. And blah, blah, blah. My mom was like, relax. That has nothing to do with stitches. Like, you're bugging out. You gotta relax. You're doing too much. So the doctor finally came back over there to prep and put the stitches in. He was like, okay, we're gonna numb your face so you don't feel anything. Baby, I felt everything from when the needle went in there to pull. When that man was pulling my lip right here and all of this together. He was pulling it like he was tying some shoestrings that he didn't want to fall off his foot. He was in there, and I felt everything. Everything. Until this day, I still have a scar. I don't know if you guys can see it. The rest of it cleared up because I was using cocoa butter and aloe vera, but right here, I still have that scar. I had gave up on it. I like it. I call it Leo the Lizard now. You know, it's a great conversation starter. When I meet new people, you know, men I've dated, they always ask about it. And they get to know me a little bit better. But yeah, so that's the story about how I ran into the back of an 18-wheeler truck, playing cops and robbers, and now I have a lifetime scar. So, if you were entertained by this story time, I ask that you share this with your friends and families, also as your enemies, because, God say love everybody. Also, I would like you guys to go check out one of my favorite podcasters, Talk to T. She is a pro-black, unapologetic podcaster who talks about socialism, communism, and Pan-Africanism, and believes that that is the true, way of black life. It can really help us become better in our communities and better as people. So if you're interested in knowing her thoughts about that, I'm going to have all of her information in the description box below. She also makes shirts for her podcast. I have the black one. She has black tan purple, and I think green may be dropping soon. So go and support her on that. She will also be releasing candles this year. I'm so excited to see that project. I'm so excited to, participate in that too. Because I will be doing a review on her candles once they drop and everything. So please go and show some love to my girl T. T, thank you for your support that you've been giving me over the past few days. And ever since I met you from day one, we've clicked. So I believe in you, sis, and thank you for believing in me. That's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And remember, I love you to death, but I definitely won't take a bullet for you. And I'm out. Peace.